Oh, well, new Australian research has found homework might in fact not be helping our kids. In their new book, Reforming Homework, Professors Mike Horsley and Richard Walker say students are given too much to take home and it could be of limited value. Professors, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Georgia.
Good morning.
Mike, if I could go to you first. It's a touchy subject, isn't it, homework? Why is that, and what has your research found in terms of its efficacy?
Well, homework is a very controversial issue, and it's becoming more and more controversial as some of the homework demands on students place additional pressures on families. As families and society changes, then perhaps the traditional homework system probably needs a revisit.
Do you want to elaborate on what you mean by a revisit?
If we look at the research on homework, which Richard will speak about in a moment, there is pretty good evidence that much of the homework that children do, especially in primary school, doesn't really contribute to their learning.
OK. Richard, perhaps you could tell us a little bit more then in terms of what the research uncovered, and does this differ between different age groups?
Sure. Look, there are lots of different reasons for setting homework. One reason is to try and improve student learning and student achievement. And what that research shows is that at primary school level, homework actually isn't very beneficial in improving achievement. It's not also very beneficial in improving the achievement of junior high school kids, and there are some benefits for senior high school students. But that's not the only reason for setting homework. There's research into the development of independent learning skills. And so that there is research that does support homework in primary school and junior high school under some circumstances in developing independent learning skills, but also some research concerning parental involvement. So getting parents involved in school activities is one of the purposes of homework, and that can be beneficial, but it also can have negative effects.
All right, can I just ask you very quickly, what are your thoughts on reading? Because I would have thought, particularly in those primary school years, reading is essential to be doing, you know, at the end of the day with parents.
Yeah, well, I have a prep child, year 6 in Queensland in the first year, and I think a very short amount of reading with the child, the readers that come home that most prep teachers and most schools issue is a very good thing. And partly that's because the children are learning the routine of study. They're learning how to self-manage their learning. They're learning to get the book out of their bag and bring it. Discussions about who's going to read first, and these help the child, the students, learn to organise and plan their learning, and that's one of the benefits of homework. As regards to achievement, though, in terms of learning, there's less evidence that that's really important. So there are reasons for homework, and those reasons are to do with managing and learning to manage your own learning. In the book, we argue that homework should be reframed. It should be revisited. Homework has been around for a long time. It's a social institution that's emerged over a very long period of time, and probably it needs a revisit now that families are under greater pressure, and that many students are more anxious about their homework, that perhaps we should think about having less homework, but the homework should be of a higher quality and should have a lot more time spent in thinking about it. So, for example, in France,
Yeah, I think you were just going to say in France they're advocating banning it altogether. Regrettably, we're out of time. We greatly appreciate what you've had to say today, and we'll make sure we have the details of your book on your website. It's a very interesting topic. Thank you very much for your time this morning. Lisa.